Do it and do it with style and with a friendliness that's not always present in other parts of the world.
All right, the men's eights are lining up, and just to remind you, if you've had a little taste of rowing and you've not been here before, we'll be back here at the end of March, first weekend of April for the Māori Cup Rowing Regatta, which is a great spectacle to see. And if you come back, not as big as this, but almost. Let's go to the start line now where they're lining up for the final event of the World Rowing Champs for 2010.
Well, for the last time of these World Rowing Championships in Karapiro, New Zealand, we go back to the start. The start of the men's eight, the climax of any regatta, is about to start. Fantastic race in the women's eight just a minute ago, and now we look forward to a cracking final here. New Zealand in lane 1, United States lane 2, Great Britain lane 3, Germany lane 4, Australia lane 5, and the Netherlands in lane 6. Three crews have just received a warning for being late at the start. I think it was New Zealand, then the British crew, and definitely the Netherlands crew all received yellow cards, which would, well, it does allow them an early start. Then after a false start, they would be out of competition. Who would be the favorites on paper? Of course, the heat winners being Great Britain and Germany. In their respective heat, they finished about 0.6 of a second apart only. In the exact time was 5:25, so it was good conditions then, comparable conditions. But also the Australians looked good in the repechage, winning their repechage ahead of the Netherlands. And then, of course, it's always about the United States. It's their most important boat. The United States always one of the favorites. And then it's the Kiwis who angered the Germans in their heat. They were alongside the Germans in their heat at, just about 100 meters to go. Then the Germans just managed to get about in front. The Kiwis were beaten by the United States in their repechage. But the Germans now, with 200 meters into this race, shoved their bow in front. They have taken canvas and 2 places already out of all the other crews. They are known to be quick starters, but also the United States are there in the second position, and also the British eight tries to stay with them. The Australians looking good too. Australia definitely in second place now, and then it's Great Britain in third. The Netherlands crew tries to stay in contact. It's Germany in the lead after 400 meters. This is really a high pace set by the Germans. They have an unbeaten record since after their very unsatisfactory result at the Beijing Olympic Games, where they finished last, then totally reshuffled their crew and were unbeaten ever since, taking the world title a year ago at Poznan in 5:24. Now they look good once again. They know they've got a strong rhythm. So after establishing themselves at the head of the field, they can build on that. But we know that the Australians are one of the favorites as well, because they both their silver medal 4 from the Olympic Games, with Matthew Ryan, Francis Hegarty, Cameron Mackenzie McHarg, and James Marburg, and also some other fine rowers from the silver medalist 8 of Lucerne. So probably the Australians, the British, and the Americans would be fighting it out for gold, but the Germans definitely keep on their rhythm and have established a half-length margin, and there's not much going on with regard to position changes. It's still Australia in second place, still the British 8 in third, but while I'm telling you this, it's the Great Britain 8 that does a push. They come up strongly here, challenging the Australians for second and sneak in on the Germans. The margin of the Germans is eaten up a little bit at this point, and the Great Britain 8, of course, also very, very fine athletes. One of the most legendary athletes of our sport, Greg Searle, once again on board after he re-entered the serious training, Olympic champion 1992 in the men's Cox pair, and then he decided, well, I'll give it a go for London 2012, and he managed to stay in the crew for Great Britain that managed to grab 1 gold and 2 bronze medals at all 3 World Cup regattas this year. Germany still holding on to first place, 3 places they have now as a margin ahead of the British, so that's about a little bit more than a third of a length for Germany over Great Britain. Then it's Australia a canvas down in third. It's the Kiwi crew on the far side coming into the picture once again. It's the Netherlands crew still holding on to fourth position, though. The Americans in sixth position only. 750 meters to go in the final race of the World Rowing Championships at Karapiro, New Zealand, and Germany is building on their lead, but the British are there too in the picture. The British 8 tries to challenge the Germans for gold, and they take the Aussies with them, they take the Dutch with them. The Kiwis are half a length down on the medal positions, but as we've seen before, it's cheered on by the home crowd. Everything's possible here. Only the Americans are 1.5 lengths down. These world silver medalists 1.5 lengths down on the world champion at this point. 550 meters to go. There's 65 strokes to the line. It's Germany leading still by a canvas and 2 places. But the British have decided to move early before the last quarter of this race, and it's Germany still in the lead, but the British 8 is coming up strongly. Now, can they do it? Can they challenge the world champion for gold? What are the Australians doing? They are not making any ground on the British or on the German 8s, but it's Germany still in canvas in the lead, but Great Britain is coming up strongly. Now, this is going to be a battle for gold between Germany and Great Britain here on the Karapiro. Germany holding on to a canvas lead. They had that canvas in the heat only ahead of the Kiwis that managed to pull away. It's Germany now on 42. It's Great Britain already on 42. It's the Kiwis not making ground. It's Australia in the bronze medal position, and the Netherlands are coming through. It's Germany holding on to a lead with 25 strokes to the line. Germany's drawing away from Great Britain. Germany have gained 1 place again. A canvas in 1 place for Germany ahead of Great Britain. Then it's Australia in 3rd position, and the Netherlands are coming closer and closer. The Kiwis are out of the medal contention at this point. The United States in 6th position. It's Germany holding on to gold, and then it's still the silver medal position for Great Britain. Germany still with a canvas in 1 place. 3 meters for Germany ahead of the United States, ahead of Great Britain. Germany on the way to another gold medal. They retain their title. They win a back-to-back gold medal here. Germany winning gold ahead of Great Britain. 3rd and bronze medal for Australia. 4th the Netherlands. 5th the New Zealand 8, and the United States in 6th place.
Gold medal for Germany, the final medal of this week. What a spectacular way to end a wonderful week's rowing. Gosh, that was a great row.
A great race, and Great Britain certainly worked very, very hard to try and pull those Germans back. The Germans wanted that race really badly. They went out hard and fast. Great Britain challenged. That Kiwi crew did very, very well down on lane 1, and I'm sure the crowd helped them home. 5th place in the world, first time up, is a pretty amazing exercise.
A relatively young crew, some of them not all that long out of secondary school rowing, so they'll be feeling very, very pleased with themselves. But Germany, gold medal. Let's look at the results now.
The official result of the men's 8, 1st, Germany. 2nd, Great Britain. 3rd, Australia. 4th, Netherlands. 5th, New Zealand, and 6th, United States.
And that's the wonderful 8 out of the start. So, my medal table is Australia, Great Britain, silver.
Do not dismantle the triax just yet. You came to dismantle, didn't you?